are fucking with!
Nothing like some side boob to start Sunday. What are we looking at? We're looking at Minneapolis Cider Company's Mango Habanero. Crafted in can by Minneapolis Cider Company. Ingredients: apples, mango, habanero, peppers, cane sugar, malac acid, and contains sulfites. 1% for the planet. 6%, that's what I give a shit about. Fresh pressed from the orchard. Drink real fruit. They say drink real fruit. They didn't actually say that it was in the can. Oh yeah, there's this schmitch on the bottom. I had to have this when I saw Habanero. I haven't had the Sculpin Habanero. It was like the last time I've had a beer that was supposedly spicy. That was actually, it's a little spicy. I don't know what the hell it smells like. Maybe a combination of all those, and kind of gives it its own. It's got a fruit sweetness. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm going, oh God, I don't want it. Cheers. Pre-game, yeah, maybe. Smile Money would be saying right now, would you actually know at this level if it has any heat to it? Good point. Lately I've been going through one mystery pepper. They could be Reapers. They say, I know there was Trinidad, Scorpion. I just don't know what's what other than the plants that are spiked. Ghost chilies. Oh, yep. I do have an update. Evidently the peppers aren't exactly upset with being in the basement. I snapped three. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You see 11 peppers in this picture, and they're all on the one plant. This is the plant right next to it, and this is Maddie's plant, and the ones that were changing have changed. There's just that one there at the bottom that's a little yellow-green. Unfortunately, the one that was the chocolate Morgan, that one just has the one green guy on it so far. My jalapenos, they've produced another round of jalapenos, but it's like what the hell is that? So, but let them go. We got the light. I still think I'm sufficiently underwhelming them with the amount of light that I have, but it is what it is. Picked up some auction items yesterday. That was one of them. The Boite 12 gauge double barrel shotgun. It's imported out of Brazil and imported into Florida on that guy. I got a couple things I have to pick up tomorrow from, I guess, what is probably going to be my new FFL stadium pawn and guns. They seem like they're okay people. It's $10 more, but Bill was a deal. I know that Steven way out in East Duluth, he was $25. I think incoming and outgoing. But so for $5 more, stadium is like the exact direction. I'm sorry, right over there, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I could yell and you'd hear me, mainly because of traffic. If there was no such thing as traffic, they are 5 blocks from here. And the last few times I've been in there, people seem like they're kind of crabby, but if you just don't give attitude back, you don't get attitude back. My last run-in with them was with the Smith & Wesson Performance Center 10mm, and the guy's like, well, there's no way I can get to this. It'll be at least Saturday. And I go, no, I understand. It's just, it's a gun I was really looking forward to, and we're all children, but I get it. You're busy. It's late. And the guy ended up getting it done, and stayed a little later for me to come back and pick it up. I mean, not near the expert situation that I had with Bill. Bill was like, I realize it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, but if you want to come on over, because he knew he was going to get paid. And usually always needed it. So there was items that were over at the, it's like the same auction but 2 different locations. The gun stuff, even though there was gun stuff to pick up. All this, I think, should have been all picked up at one place. But this one, not entirely sure, but it looks like it's 100 rounds of, I don't even know, 7 Mauser, 7.92 it says on it. But they don't really have it broken down very well on here. It just said, supposedly 100 rounds of Mauser 7.92mm cartridges. They said this was a AK-47 mag, but this is the like the duck bill for the SKS. I don't know. We got 16 pieces of fairly aged 44 Magnum, which coincidentally my brother-in-law Mikey brought over. I don't know what this is. Looks like about 50 rounds with Hornady XTP heads. Oh no, there's a mix. He's got some semi-wad cutters in here, but it looks like for the most part it's Hornady XTP heads. A mix of actually a whole bunch of different shit. 4 380, 2 32 cal, 7. There's not that much ammo in here. How can that be the case? This one just has question mark, question mark, question mark. I see everything from 22 Magnum to some 38 to whatever the hell those are. If those are 30 cal or big old lead heads. It's like some 32 or 32s in here. One shotgun shell. Yeah, this one says, 7 10mm rounds. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess that could be right. And 3 5.7 by 28 rounds, hollow points. And 7.62, or what the hell is this? I have no clue what this is. Looks like it could be a 7.62. Remington 250, 12 gauge, 7, 9, 10, 28, 28. I don't know. Remington, I have no idea what they are. They're on a high capacity stripper clip. And then a Thompson centerfire steel peep sight, black diamond, Wood River system number 1, product number 7193. So that's yesterday's haul. I got a couple of handguns to run over and pick up tomorrow. Got a CZ52 and a CZM 82. So one is chambered in the Makarov round, which is the 9x18, and the other one is their Trokov, whatever, and that one is 7.62 by 25. Not sure what kind of shape they're in. By the pictures, they didn't look all that bad, but that guy, that's, the first video I watched just to see what was the story on this particular guy. The guy says that historically it's regarded as the lowest quality double barrel 12 gauge that you can purchase in the United States. And he said, I beg to differ that. Says the fitting or the finish may not be what you're gonna get on some high-end double barrel, he says, but when it comes to performance and reliability, he says that he said that he had never had an issue with it. So I mean, nothing else. You just take the hacksaw and you chop it off right there, and then you, I don't know, make sure there's at least enough room for a shell, and then one more length of shell, and then put it on the bandsaw and just chop that baby off. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, if you wanted to be able to keep the keep some furniture on there, you could just cut it off right in front of this guy. So just right there, I'm thinking, and then take a drill and some taps and put a piece of rail on here, and then you could put like a scope on it. But overall, I mean, I've done nothing to it. I mean, I plan on breaking it down a little bit. I mean, you can 3 pieces anyway. Clean the shit out of the carbon and stuff, gunpowder out of there. But you know, it's, I don't know. I don't think it's bad looking. A little bit of rust inside the triggers. Noticed it looked like it might have been maybe some rust right where the ribbing is, but that might just clean all up on it. But I don't know. I didn't think it was bad. So, one more thing Sharky didn't shoot. Sharky, I don't give a shit if it wasn't here when you were here. That is not an excuse. Just like my supervisor, this little sawed-off piece of fucking came over the border Mexican shit machine. The store that they sent me to, again, I always got sent to the armpit stores because you turn one around and all of a sudden your expectations are you are stereotyped like an actor. You're stereotyped into a role, like Peg from Married with Children. I just missed my fucking mouth. I get a stain on my gay shirt. The garbage can's right here, and my piece landed right there. But yeah, that's okay. That's fine. I don't even know what the fuck I was just saying either. It's magical. Yeah, there's like apple parts and. If I didn't read habanero on the thing, I don't know if I'd tell you that I'm detecting any habanero. Usually, the one thing about habanero is it does have a distinctive taste to it. Oh yeah. See? Oh, all sorts of clumps and shit coming out right away. Sit, boo-boo. Sit, Sharky. Other than that, I know people. I know you don't give a shit. I mean, if I say that I do like or dislike something, that's just my opinion. I married a hooker, so how much common sense could I possibly have? That was then the divorce the hooker. I'm not referring to Christine as a hooker. She's so far from a hooker. Would be classified as an unhooker. Matter of fact, I'm guessing there's probably more provocative nuns out there, but I'm just saying. But hey, go over there. So far today, I did the Crate Club video. I always do edit it in 2 different chunks. I like to do the items right away. Usually try to do the items before I show you the items in case I'm busting stuff open. Sometimes I like to make the stuff look pristine. Sometimes I like to be able to goof off with the shit and get an idea of what it's all about. Which kind of led me to, again, if you don't care, the next few minutes are completely free. You don't even have to swipe your credit card. I brought down my most recent / active EDC flashlights. Because the only thing I would think that if you do have a momentary moment of using your brain, if you'd like some information about a goddamn flashlight, I've seen a few. As a matter of fact, there's like some piled over there. There's more piled over there. I need to put together my my normal picture montage, or maybe just a private video for you-know-who to see if there's anything in there you'd either like for you or the well, I would say the child, but you know, he's like grown up and you know, he's over there now and you're over here. But you know, that normal montage of stuff. You know, I get some stuff and I'm sitting on it, or I like practical for a little bit. Like for instance, it's the PT. I think it's the 18. Yeah, the PT 18. It's funny because this is the PT 28. And it's the smaller one. In my brain, it should be the other way around. But the PT, what did I just say? I got that right, didn't I? Yeah. The PT 18 is the bigger one, the real tactical one. It was on my Justin gun for years, and I got that one from Through Night. And I just like that one better for the role. It is a dedicated weapon light, weapon mount, weapon controls, blah blah blah. Where the PT 28, 18, the PT 18 simply could be a pocket flashlight, or it could be a weapon light. And I finally decided to take that off, and then I started having like brain frayed. Because I'm like, oh, here, no, it's not heavy enough to be this. This is still this is so great. This is when Kitty was still with them. She sends like this bag of goodies and a handwritten little note. And whoever Kitty is working for now definitely got a good employee, because the girl that replaced Kitty is like... Kitty'd be like, as soon as a new light came out, she'd just send it to me so I'd do a video for him. Kind of like the dude I'm dealing with now at Through Night. It's like, get that one on its way to you. I'll get that on its way to you. Like for instance, I'm not gonna, I mean, why would I say no? Just do another video, move on. But it's like, sometimes I wonder if one hand shakes you know, obviously they don't do any research. Jolson, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But they want to know if I'd review. I really needed to coincide with some upcoming event that's going to be on with Fiat or Through Night. Fiatchi. This one was with. I don't know. Long story short, I think the case is even laying here. They want to send me another set of those sights. With the fiber optic, the AR sights, flip-up sights with the fiber optic tubes in them. And I was like, yeah, okay, if you don't realize I've already done a video for you, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's coinciding with some kind of special they're having, you know, send them on over. All I'm going to do is do another video, if I even do that. Otherwise, we could, you know, just erase the first one and then re-upload it. And then I simply put it in the pile with the bottle ship stuff. Win-win. I don't care. John Solar's like, well, yeah, you know, you're not really making any money. I got some fucking free shit, okay? For a few minutes of my time. So, I just decided, you know, it's like lights that I like and why. As a work, the PT-28 has been my work light, and overall I'm actually shocked. It has some signs of wear right there, big deal. I'm surprised there isn't more missing. That's mud. Yeah, because I've been working in mud, so yeah, it's got mud and shit all over it. Overall, though, I mean, as a work light, I like the fact that this particular one is just, you know, whatever the last setting that you used it in, and it's, I mean, almost unnecessary. I usually don't even leave it in the highest setting for typical use, and but whatever you leave it in, It's just one of those ones where press the button and it comes on. Unless you want to bump it a bunch of times and then you get the strobe. And then also, you know, at work, I'm always armed at work. I'm not afraid to say that lately, and you know that I was picking things. I'd carry the Taurus for a while, the Smith & Wesson for a while, the HK for a little while, the Springfield for a while. I never carried at work. I never really carried the little Beretta. Kind of like that is a deep concealment on like ma and pa dinner night, and then if drinks go beyond one, they always go beyond one, then I just hand it to, you know, Christine. Usually I just give it to her in the car before we even go in, because I just foresight know what's going to happen there. But yeah, as far as carry guns, I would say for a while I felt like the word that I would have been using was settle. I would just use that one for a little while, and then I felt like I was using that one, and then I just and I don't feel like I've settled anymore. The HK VP9, that platform is just fucking the gun for me. It may not be the gun for you, but it is the gun for me. It has turned into, you know, when I come home from work, I take it off my side and I put it in one safe, and then I take my my home gun or whatever I'm going to carry for the weekend. You know, I always got the pajama gun. You know, right off the bat, I'm always carrying I call it the kitty cat, but you know, it's the Hellcat, and the RDP optics, and this one is always the pajama gun, but usually then there's always something else. And lately, the always something else, I like to come down here and come down here and pick something, and then use something unique over the weekend. But even at that, I usually still find that the thing that I like to have as the backup gun, even around the house, is the HK. It's just everybody that I've handed that gun to shoot is just like, this thing. I mean, even with the luminescent, the glow in the dark factory sights that came on the gun, it was a good shooter. To me, it just felt like I just took it to the next level by putting the night sights on there. You know, and then if you're going to be out at the range, the fiber optic, I mean, there you got something that's lighting up in the day, and you got the Meeper light, so the Tritium, sorry, name brand, Tritium, so it's lighting up at night, and just a fantastic platform. I mean, if you came to me and said, "Hey, all that other shit that you were carrying, is there anything in the past that you just feel that you still might bounce back to?" Only if something happens to the HK. I just love the way that gun feels in the hand. I mean, it's just such a beautiful platform. But again, that's just for me. All I can ever tell you guys is my experience, and I've been lucky. I couldn't even, again, one of those, I'll give you $1 million if you could get within 5. You know, how many guns have you rotated through your carry? Work stuff. You know, work obviously takes things to the next level. You hate to beat shit up, but like conversation that I've had with a few of you guys, and a long conversation with Mr. Brown. You know, Mr. Brown carries a very expensive Dan Wesson. I mean, before that, it was the Performance Center Smith & Wesson 1911, the one that I bought from him, and that's over a $2,000 pistol right there. And he's just like, I don't give a shit if it feels good in your hand, and you just want to be with it and looking at it and shooting it, and just every aspect about that gun is just you. He's like, what does the money have to do with it? I mean, something bad happens, yeah, you could probably save yourself with a $300 Palmetto State 9mm. A moment of silence. Versus you know, when I was carrying the FN-57, what I liked about that gun is it disappears on your side even though it's a bigger gun. The FN-57 with 20 rounds of ammo in it weighed less than this. So, you know, that's where the argument all ends with that. But yeah, I would not let price dictate. I was carrying the was it the 4043 that Jim gave me, and that was fine because it was a gun that wasn't in all that great of shape in the first place. And you know, the only difference between carrying the HK every single day on the job site versus carrying that Smith & Wesson is in the event that something happened and you had a righteous shoot. You knew you were in the right. But there's so many stories out there about how the person that shoots the bad guy, and yet you never end up seeing your gun again because some piece of shit cop decides to keep it, or whatever ends up happening. I don't know, maybe those are horror stories. Maybe that really doesn't happen. But they always say that, you know, you carry such an expensive gun, and if there's a shoot, well, I don't fuck. What's your life worth? Is it a $300 mass production Smith & Wesson, or when I was carrying that FN-57, that was a $1,500 gun with over $3,000 worth of work done to it. So if I tell you what, if I came out the other side alive, who gives a shit how much the gun costs? You know, maybe it was one of those deals where the bad guy is wearing some bulletproof ammo or bulletproof armor. The FN-57, I'm telling you right now, the rounds that are in that, right, Jay from Elite Ammunition, and I've got the videos. I personally have the videos to prove it. You ain't making it to me. So who cares? So that was my only thought when I started carrying the HK. Is just it's a nice gun, and I don't want to mar it up. But like Jay keeps telling me, carry whatever the fuck you want to carry. At some point in time, if you want to make it pretty again, just send it to me. I can undo anything. One of his primary carry guns, when he purchased it, looked like it had been dragged down an alley, just beat to shit. And then by the time I was holding it in my hands and looking at it, I'm like, damn, Jay. I mean, there's no jiggle or wiggle in it anymore. That was just awesome. So, yeah, that's for the HK. You know, it just came down to it's a nice looking gun, but it's a tool, and its job isn't to win some gun beauty pageant. The gun's job is to save me, family, loved ones, the people around me from an evil piece of shit with a gun. If I lose it, oh well, as long as it did the job that it was intended to do. And in the case of the HK, I have to keep it keeps slow. I've had weekends where I normally carry something beautiful and exotic that still performs well, like the Smith & Wesson 1911 that I got from David. That thing is an absolute tack driver. Doesn't hold as many rounds, and that's always a consideration. You know, on a weekend, whatever's on my side, there's also at least one magazine in my pocket, just for local stuff. we go down to the next town to go to a gun show or whatever. I have wow, first time this year anyway. I would carry more on me, but we have 1 degree to get this brew review done. But yeah, I've had extended weekends where I go to do our errands and whatever, and I'm like, hey, you know, this is a beautiful looking gun. Still in the process of trying to find a better holster. Looking at some Geico Commander leather holsters, 1911 Commander, and it was like, God, but I've J-Dog, after met J-Dog over there, and I was looking at a couple of Geico holsters, and it was, man, I wanted to pull the trigger on it because definitely a heavier gauge leather than the one that I have now, and I want to do a better holster. They also made one specifically for a Kimber full size, and I'm definitely going to look and see if I can find them on Amazon for cheaper, because the one problem I've always struggled with the Kimbers, and I don't know what it is, but it always seems like there's an issue with the front sight making a mess out of the inside of the holster and possibly dragging on it if you have to. And this one from Geico went out of its way to say full size Kimber 1911. And since how I have 2 of them and I'm not afraid to carry them on the weekends, I would carry the 10 millimeter, but I hate the kind of holster. Me and J-Dog were talking about this. I hate the kind of holster that just kind of looks like 2 pieces of belt loop and most of the gun is exposed. I realize if you're going to carry something, but I just want to give it the best chance that it has for protection as long as possible, and I definitely want a full length leather holster for the Kimbers. But yeah, as an EDC, my work EDC, the PT-28 here has been my go-to. It's in my side pocket in my carpenter pants, just like this. So that way, if I reach down for it, I can loop it so that, I mean, that's there for you know, it's not a bottle opener, Sharky. And then my EDC home weekends after work, blah blah blah, has been the HL18 Noctura from Bryn Knight, and that's what happens right here when you keep it in your pocket next to the multi-tool. Leatherman multi-tool that Sharky purchased me. So it's clipped in my pocket like this, and I keep the multi-tool on the outside edge of it because I would use that generally more consistently than the flashlight. So the flashlight's on the inside, and yeah, it didn't do any damage to the button, thankfully. That still comes on. But now I have a serious dilemma here, because really, as I already said, really like everything about the Nightcore. So I believe this is going to take the main role in there. So now I'm just deciding what side of this I want to scratch up that rubs next to the multi-tool. And brought this guy down here because the E18, the theme, the last one that I did the video on, this one I personally think would make a fantastic EDC. Did carry it a bunch of weekends, and then I switched over to that guy. They both have magnetic. Sorry, too much too much bad stuff in the way. They both have a magnetic tail cap on them. They both have the same pattern when it comes to the lighting. And what I did like about this guy is if you are in the dark, you can immediately find the button, because it has that distinctive, coming up on the button, you're on the button. It's also very bright. Yeah, this guy was about to get this guy was about to get the nod. I even considered this as a work one, or even this one would probably work out as a better work light than even the PT, but it's mainly because of like this feature. You know, working under a cabinet or something, you can turn it on and then aim something at you better. Not to mention the whole magnetic thing. So I might switch this guy over to my work light. It just seems like it fits the bill a little bit better because of that and the magnet. So, food for thought. Oh, we've talked too long and my shit has settled. Her shit's settling too. Last in on the French toast is UO CR220. He says, "Cheers, folks." You know, I've said this about at least 20 times. What the hell does your channel name, what does that represent? I kept thinking Honda and blah blah blah. Smile Money was first saying first, and Scourge says posted before went live, eh? What? Shouldn't have. What? Posted before went live? You're on crack. Rich Huff says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Mr. 27 is fourth. Saying fourth. And he says, nice intro, babe. Sorry. I've been doing a lot of stuff all day long. I fixed a basement window insert for Mike next door. Put a piece of plywood in there, and of course it's the one that's all busted to shit and coming apart, probably because the dryer vent goes through. So I got that fixed, and then he came out and said, I will actually give you a hand loading the leaves. My tree has dumped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 regular 55-gallon garbage bags full of leaves, and then I have these mega bags that if I actually brought the bag over here, those bags are like the swim top version of her attire. I bet you if I stood in the bag, it'd pull up to at least right here. We loaded 4 more of those. So yeah, but it's done. All the leaves are off my tree. As a matter of fact, the only one that influences anything on our side of the street is Michelle's tree. Is still holding out. But yeah, so me, Mike, and Christine got all the leaves bagged up in the front yard, and yeah, Christine, we're putting them all in the garbage bag, and at one point she's like, don't let me fall over, and she was like climbing into the bag and stepping them, mashing them down. Did a good job, because a bag about this high was almost too heavy with leaves in it for me to lift up onto the tailgate of my truck, because I just threw everything in the back of my truck for right now. The recycling center doesn't open until Wednesday, but oh well, at least they're all in there. If it rains or snows, then yeah, it's already done that here. Then at least the shit isn't going into the bags and making them ridiculously heavy. Not to mention, if you've if you have ever had to do this, rotting leaves in a garbage bag has an impressive smell. And if you just minimize that water part of it. So we got that all done. So got Mike's window fixed, got the leaves all raked and taken care of. Took care of some shit down here. Cleaned some stuff off of one of the shelves, but that lifting all those bags of leaves. It's taking its toll, and I need a little spine reconditioning fluid. Mr. 27 says, hi, Brew Bomey. Mister. Got a package together for Lily. Probably one Artisan Ales. It was something cake. It was an Italian cake flavored stout. One of the best I've ever had. I should have never told her how great it was, because now as a dad I felt guilty about giving her the opportunity to try them, because she can, actually both my daughters are beer drinkers and both like similar stuff, but Lily really likes those flavorful stouts. So 2 cans have been sitting in that refrigerator now for I don't know, a year. I'm aging them for her. And that Sonic, if one of you are the ones that sent it to me, I apologize. It will never be seen on my man cave table ever again. One of Lily's good friends down in Virginia has a son who is obsessed with Sonic stuff. And when I sent her a picture of that, she's like, is there any? Yes, hun, I will package it up and send it to you. And I also had a creature from the Black Lagoon. She really wanted that. And something from my childhood, the Skull Dragster. A battery-powered car that's a skeleton with wheels and a big dragster-looking motor on it. And it's in a coffin. And package that all up this morning, and I'll be sending that off to her tomorrow. So when I'm done with work, go to the post office, Kurt the man, and then zip over to Stadium Pond. And if I can get that all done in time, Hector, there will be a review. Cold-hearted bastard, 2 thumbs up, Pirates flags and U.S. flags. Then he says, would you have been here sooner? Oh, would have been here sooner, trying to move a fridge into the house by myself. Sharky says, hope it worked out. Yeah, so do I. With the right equipment, always the case. If you have the right equipment, you can get a lot done. Hector? Eric Wick? You wish, old man. More like Eric Sick. Well, I'm watching Saving Ryan's Privates, where they killed Vin Diesel off quick in it, and eating lasagna with the cats. Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Right now, she's about to open the secret shrine and go, that right there, what you're looking at, is exactly why I get whatever I want. Bad. Greetings, Captain. The bamboo supply must be replenished. Poco says, in bed. Yes, I did not go to the liquor store where I know I could get it, and I had already spent beyond my means, so I did not replenish the bamboo. I have been told that that eventually there'll be a refresher bottle on its way, because he's trapped outbound right now. But I just know at the rate in which we go through it, I won't be stopping tomorrow, but I'll probably replenish the supply anyway. Not to mention, we've been finding that you put bamboo in. I need to actually have I done. Does it mix with bamboo in like a stout or something like that? Because that bamboo in the French toast from Founders, That could be good. We've already proven that making like White Russians with bamboo and whatever the hell that Matt made that one time, you add bamboo to that. It's just, it makes everything better, including the empty glass. Shit. Thanks a lot, Bad. If there was some, I'd have it right now. Bad. Okay, read more button. Eric sought for a bottle, so numbing bamboo rum there. Yeah, numbing bamboo rum. There's the radicals drumming through the valleys and peaks in a journey quite slick. He found it, the liquid gold humming. You're not helping. Steven, I knew Matt wasn't there when I didn't see any thumbs down. Mike, here, cheers, let's party like it's 1776. I wish. You know, the United States of America had no taxation until 1913. We made it from our founding fathers wanted the United States to be tax-free. So anybody out there that has been brain-numbed into thinking this is just what we do, bull fucking shit. There was zero taxation until 1913. I don't know, you do the math from the time the United States was founded until we got fucked. They just keep stacking it on, and stacking it on, and stacking it on, and stacking it on. Salty, never gonna give up naked, never gonna let you down naked, never gonna, oh, read more button, never gonna run around and desert you naked, never gonna make you cry naked, never gonna say goodbye naked, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you naked. Poco says in bed. Poco says, hey, baby. Hey. I saw you and Brad having a pissing contest over vehicles. The truck did, well, the Blazer or whatever the fuck it was when it started. I know I should know this, but I'm just saying stuff just to frustrate you. It did look badass. I won't map. But I would have to take Brad's Corvette. He has the and I could have answered this all the way up until right now. He has he has the model right under the Z06. It's one of those things where all the way up until I went to open my mouth I could have told you what it was. It's badass. It looks like a Zeo. It looks like like the fucking blacked out Z06. Right now, she is pretending she's with Brad. UOCR220. Cheers to all. That's on the spiked strawberry. Poco, a great opening song. Smart money. The sale or disposition of 2 or more handguns must be reported to the ATF Home Inspections and the ATF and local authorities if they occur at the same time or within a few consecutive business days. This was part of the 1968 Gun Control Act and has never been challenged. So at this point in time, it remains constitutional via law passed by Congress. Yeah, I follow the rules right to the fucking T. Hector, D5, and yep again, fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
EMT wants to know if he's on to his pattern. D5. D5 is a misdemeanor. Now, if you're talking pattern, that would be crisscrossing the board. Poco, that white thing isn't a sharpener, it's a hone. Well, I don't know, watch the video. One is... Smile money, maybe it was the bamboo rum that made Jim the man you dislike today. No, I think Jim made Jim the man that I... And we're not talking about Hornet Fixer, I'm assuming we're talking about... Poco, after it's gone, Steve will make small batches homemade for us. He does it by the gallon for me. It's even better. I plan on getting a case of bottled soon. Alright, well. That's fine if that's what Steve's gonna do. Either way, now the powdered stuff, I need to get a hold of that. I guess I never had a follow-up with him. Take my money. God, I did it again. Smile Money says, Joy Behar, if you shoot with an AR-15, let's say you shoot a deer, you can't eat it because you basically demolished the animal. Checking, I think they deleted my original comment because I said high capacity magazine and bump stock, says Smile Money. No, Smile Money, I'm not even going to ask where you found that because I'm sure it's a simple search. Listening to that fucking woman's piss flaps, she has to be, I don't know, it's kind of a tie between the dumbest fucking bitch imaginable and the ugliest fucking bitch that So between the two of them, you're just like, you know, and again, I like to go on record by saying when they put Whoopi Goldberg on Star Trek Next Generation, I thought her character, Guinan, was a cool character. Could somebody else have played her other than her? Politically, I didn't despise her as much as I do now, though. So she does have that working for her. So, oh my God, a fucking hour. We have to go. Bye-bye. Just Poco says 19 degrees tonight. Ew. Mike says, damn cool shirt, Eric. Good God. I don't even know what the fuck it... I don't even know what the hell shirt I was even wearing there, Mike. The dark truth. Oh. Well, yeah. It's an E-Bomi shirt. Thanks, Mike. Then Mike says, I gotta stop making tack pack vids as I can't afford buying them. Smile Money says, well, there is a conclusion I reached before ever buying one. And Mike says, yep, cheers to him. Oh, okay, hang on. Mike says, I wish I had your kind of money to throw around, but I don't. Social Security doesn't pay that much. But you work darn hard for your money, my friend and brother. Love you, man. Sub-comment, Smile Money says, that is not the channel for getting financial advice on living on the limit budget. Eric just bought a box of corroded ammunition and deer piss. You don't know the price, okay? Don't judge. And Mike says, I know, but I wasn't asking for financial advice, but thanks. Hey, I don't make $1 million. I fucking work my ass off for the money that I make, and I know that's not being disputed. That's exactly what Mike just said. The thing is I'd be willing to make less money and be less destructive on my body. Today, it was 23 degrees when I woke up. Whatever it's going to be tomorrow when I wake up, let me check. That, just so you know, will be the life I will be living all day long outside. Where's my goddamn weather app? I had to switch back to, this is the 10 Pro. I've been using and enjoying the 9 Pro, but the 9 Pro, there is something seriously, completely effed with the GPS on it. So now I understand why I always have a problem with the weather app, because it says you're here, then you're over there, then it says you're here, then it says you're over here. So I had to switch back to this one, and this one, the thing that kind of sucks about it is the screen is broken in almost every direction, except for it's not crossing the front camera, unlike my Note 9, so that is good. Let's go to daily. This morning was 22 degrees. 25 degrees, 23 degrees, 26 degrees, and 29 degrees, getting us to Thursday. The part that I hope does not happen is there's a 25% chance of rain tomorrow and Tuesday, and if we don't get a few days of dry, the job site right now is just a complete clusterfuck. Baby, where have you been the last 15 seconds? That'd be wicked as a fan. Bulbs out on the end. Mike, I would love to try the Boondockers barbecue sauce, but has a broken record. I don't have the money. Smile Money says, stop buying so much Everclear. Mike says, I know, I need to. Tastes so good though. It doesn't taste good. It's fucking propane in a liquid form. Mike, message me on Messenger. Would you prefer to try a bottle of the bold and spicy or the regular? I'll see if Steven can send you one if I pay for it. If not, you're going to have to wait a little bit, because I am planning on getting 1 case of the bold and spicy, 2 cases of the regular, and some of the spice. The rub. The fucking rub is incredible. I don't rub anything with it. If I did, I'd rub it all over her titties. said that. See, I'm not racist. I mean, she's obviously a white chick. Let the haters hate. Says that these days everything is racist, so that means nothing is racist. Hector, I do not carry a firearm so I can impose my will on someone else. I carry a firearm so someone else can't impose their will on me. EMT says exactly. We don't want to take a life, but we should not think twice for our loved ones in danger. Hector says, or ourselves. Exactly. I mean, trust me. Trust me. That's the... First of all, you have to have the right mentality. I've already told you guys the story. I got Greg to take conceal and carry class. He has a conceal and carry permit, or at least he did, until he flipped off his neighbor and lost against 12 people. But even before that all took place, he realized that he did not have the mental discipline to carry a firearm and could possibly shoot somebody because they cut him off in traffic. And he knows who he is, so he does not carry. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. There's a possibility if something bad happens, I'll take a bullet before I even remember that the gun is on my side. But I will not hesitate to defend myself and my loved ones. This fucking politician, I don't remember where she was a senator, a congressman, saying, oh my God, these mega people that have firearms and carry them, and if someone broke into their house and they would actually shoot somebody in their house, that they're just saying that their material stuff is worth more than a person's life. Are you really that fucking stupid? If someone kicks in my door, I'm not going to assume anything other than you're fucking dying because you're on the wrong side of my door without my permission violently. Am I supposed to wait around and have a conversation and ask this person if they are here for my stereo or if they are here to cause me harm? You don't hesitate. Because that moment that you hesitate could cost you your life, the life of your children, your wife, whoever is there. I mean, you want to use this against me in the court of law? I carry a gun. If you kick my door in, I am going to shoot until the threat subsides. And if that were to happen right now, that's what is going your way. And actually, I have them stacked in here. There's a lawman, and then there's whatever this is, and I think that's the first round. Actually, I'm not even sure. The first one. Oh, the first one is the second one in the mag. Those are the lawmen. I don't even remember what these ones were on top, but. And I'm just going to keep on shooting until I feel that my life is safe. So fuck you. Oh, he was carrying bullets that were going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, they're expensive these days. I would like to be able to just have one pop you in the head. First of all, I realize they say you're supposed to shoot center mass. Well, I don't want. There might be protection here. If I feel comfortable with it, this is where the shot's gonna go, right there. Billy, change it to the Billy mode. But I need to be the brightest and the biggest and the brightest, not that damn Firefly mode. Okay, so I got Jim mode and Billy mode, and they're on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay, so let's just use this one, Billy, as an example. I can't remember if it's locked or not. Nope, it's not. So 15 lumens, we'll just say that give you an example, because I know people freak. If this bothers you, don't look at your monitor right now. That evidently is gym mode, and wait for it, this is Billy mode. Thank you for clearing that up, Billy. Glad you got your book. Hope Cobra got his package. Sorry, Cobra. I probably could have put a surprise in there for you. Actually, it was. If you get out your UV light, you'll... Cheap old gun guy. Freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes... EMT, Hotel 1, and fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! That is such fake news.
H1 is a miss. I like how right off the bat you guys are like playing a different game than normal, knowing that it's a real Cobra burnout. That's the real Cobra burnout on YouTube, because he's the mentor of this particular round. If you'd like to set the board up, let me know. There has not, as of right now, nobody has reserved the setup of the board. All I ask is that you play fairly. Hypothetically, I'm not saying that this could happen, but let's just say that Hector says, "I want to set the next board up," and he sends me a picture of where he wants all the ships placed, and then out of the blue, Agent Mr. Cat fucking sinks every ship. You know, one of those weird coincidences. God damn. Okay, Clyde says when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. And Gun Glutton says when trannies become normalized, rebellion becomes duty. I realize that there's certain things that we are expected to say or to go along with in our society, but Gun Glutton, these fucking mentally ill people need to go where mentally ill people need to go. Somehow, I think it's because somehow normalized has become when you have one of these fucking massively mental fucking retard confused fucks that think that I believe I am a man, or I am a toaster, or I am a whatever. I believe our society should immediately grab these fuckers and throw them into an institution until we decide that if they really think this, then they need to be tucked away and kept out of our society. Instead, we have gotten to the point where they keep shoving a microphone and a camera in the face of these fucking mentally ill people, and we are expected to embrace and allow them to indoctrinate other people and their ideas into our society, and it's supposed to be normalized, and if you don't think some some fucking dude with blue hair saying that his name is Elvira is somehow normal, then it must be you. It's turned around so that people that are normal, true Americans, patriots, and people that just don't want to go along with mental illness. And I'm one of them. And there's like a great divide because I guess I just can't proceed without it being massively taken out of context. But I'm just here to tell you that these transgender fucks need to be in an institution. They should not be around other people. They should not be around our children. And we should stop putting a fucking microphone and a camera in its face. Sharky says, cheers all. And somehow that turned into, let's see if this comment sticks. Took two. Guess I can't mention if I shot a rifle or not. Then he says, yes, I did get to shoot the 24. Yes, I didn't get to shoot the 24-inch too, asshole. Then Bad says it's sticking like a fat kid on a Twinkie. And then she says, laugh out loud. About time too. Hey, I know Sharky. I bet you he approves of that. And that. Sharky 2737, love me that cowgirl right there. Boom. $2. Heck yeah. What's not to like? Redheaded cowgirl with big old... Sharky, whatever happened to Coast Guard Nikki? Moved away and never heard of her again? Question mark. Pretty much. Supposedly, she still has the same phone number. Mike texted her a whole bunch of times and he got one response back. I texted her twice and she never responded to either of them. So, yeah, Nikki had some issues. We'll just say that yeah, I don't know how to say what I know about Nikki. Let's just say that Nikki didn't get a fair shake, and because of the way she was treated by the opposite sex in power, that it kind of changed her. She's fucked up in the head. Sharky SH, lovely outro girl. Mr. Mark Mac 85, that's the Eric I miss, a rant, my friend, and mega. Then he says, never ever give up your guns. Then he says, you rock, my friend. Mr. Mark Mac, I appreciate that. No, there's no way. If I found out that in my state things started to go left, I would, anti-gun beyond bizarre. I would literally pack all of this shit up and I would go somewhere else. I have a few friends I already talked to as an option. But the giving up my God-given and our founding fathers' right to keep and bear arms, I will never give that up. And if it becomes a sneak attack, I'm not saying that I have a death wish. If you found out I committed suicide, I was murdered by those, I hope. In the event of being challenged, I will never, ever give up my guns. And as of right now, I have enough that at least I don't have to worry about any burn damage to my hands, because I'll just move on to the next one and keep on shooting. Nice knife. Mr. Markback with the last comment. Let's see under President Trump. We didn't have 2 wars going on. We didn't have $4 to $5 a gallon gasoline. We didn't have skyrocketing inflation. We had the lowest unemployment in my lifetime. We had a secure southern border. We had the best funded military in years. We were energy independent. Shall I go on? Be very careful who you vote for the next year.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
Make America great again. No, he is absolutely right. Everybody out there that says to me, "Oh, but Trump, fuck you. What is the option?" I don't give a shit. I'm not going to vote for a fucking single person other than Trump. But fuck this. He's in a fucking kangaroo court. What is this, fucking Argentina? Jesus Christ. Just the fact that he is being prosecuted for the shit that they're going after. Oh, you don't think that he ever... Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break. Stop with your fucking excuses and see the bullshit that's fucking going on with him right now. Good God. Every single one of these motherfuckers needs a fucking bullet in the head for everything they're doing. The prosecution, I've already said, went out of her way before he even took the oath of office. We're going to impeach him. And look at where he is now. Fuck that piece of shit. Her head's gone. His head is gone. They're all gone. If we could just get rid of the corruption and get back to being the greatest on this planet. But we're going to need someone strong, and the only person that can get this shit done right now it's even close is Donald Trump. He's already said, when I am elected back as the President of the United States, we are going to find every single one of these fucking illegals, round them up, and get them the fuck out of our country. As a matter of fact, I hope whatever happens is so scary and so intimidating that they start fucking running to the border on their own, as they should. It's the United States of America. You want to come here? Come here legally. That's how this country was formed. To just open the fucking borders and let every piece of shit in, that is not how it's done. And I've already said, by percentage, what happened in Israel could happen here. And Biden and Obama are personally responsible for all of it. They should both be put to death. And everybody that is part of that administration. You start at the top and start putting people in fucking trees. And I can guarantee you we'd clear this shit up in about fucking 3 days. Personal favorite. Okay, where do I... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, here's one. put mango habanero from Minneapolis, Travis, Minneapolis cider company. I'm sorry. I gotta base my score not off of drinkability, but off of what the can says. If you are exactly what I did and make this purchase because, damn it, because you wanted what they said that they had, mostly the habanero. Not only does it not taste like habanero, they use good glue. Not only does it not taste like habanero, but it doesn't have any heat. It doesn't have any burning, and I am going to give this a 7. Drinkable? Yeah, it's lawnmower beer. It's 6%. I don't know if I can get to that spot. Hang on. This one's going to be precarious. I got the asbestos chunks of lead paint falling on me. Yeah, it doesn't taste bad. It tastes good. It just doesn't taste like mango habanero. It tastes like mango cider to me. First in is bad. Is it club time? Yes, sir, it is. Then he says, like hammer time only for those of us with normal pants. Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Smile Money. And Hector says, in the club again with the cool peoples with a Z. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. I got stuff I got to do. If I am, I'll be showing you. Oh my God, yes. I'll be showing you a couple of cool handguns. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed your Monday. I know I won't.